It is 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. The Zimbabwe Republic Police joins the rest of the world to say no to any form of violence. Elliot Kudzai Ganyani is my name, and welcome to Crime and Road Safety Watch. We start off with a story in Mashonaland West Province, where Rimuka police in Kadoma apprehended a robber after he stole two vehicles in two different circumstances.
ZRP Rimuka in Kadoma received a report of theft of motor vehicle. The case was then reported at ZRP Rimuka, and the scene was attended by ZRP Rimuka and CID Kadoma. No arrests or recoveries were made on the same day. Total value of the stolen vehicle was $3,500 US. ZRP Rimuka crack team received a tip-off from an informer that the car was dumped along Kadoma Baxter Road. Further information was then received on the 25th day of October 2023 that the car was stolen by Tafadzwa Magaya, a male adult aged 28 of house number 383 Maketo Street, Rimuka, Kadoma. The team then reacted to the tip-off and proceeded to the said address, conducted a search and recovered 2 by size 14 complete wheels, 8 ignition coil packs, petrol high-pressure pump, and a 12-volt battery. All the items were hidden under the bed, and the accused was said to be hiding at house number 17 Chaiba Street, Rimuka, where his mother resides. Further follow-ups were made, and the accused was arrested. The accused then led the team back to his place of residence and recovered 2 white rear view mirrors, 2 white fog lights, 4 white spoilers, 3 brake wheel drums, 3 wheel covers, 4 window winder machines, cooling system radiator, and an electric fan. All the recovered items were positively identified by the complainant. Accused was taken to Kadoma Magistrate Court and admitted to the charges leveled against him.
The complainants narrated their ordeals.
Takapaka moto yangu semazivese around 7 p.m. mani. Varabvisa battery. Ndo varaloka moto yangu vanaenda mba saka around 2 a.m. Takazwa panze pane mbuka ziri kukura. Saka ndakapepuka ndivhuruka ndichitovhura kiri ndotaridza kuti mota pasisina pasi. Ndaziva kuti mota yedu atobiwa. Ndabuda ndovanaenda kunoripota kuRimuka police. Then vavazouya kwangwabirwa mota kumba vakatora mastatements. Zvakatazoya kuno kuseti. Pane marumazi akabuda kunzi kune mota yapiswa along Project Toolkit. Kana kuti ndingonochekawo kuti uone pamweni kuna ingori kubva ndatosvika mbada to identify mota inonani itoriyo mota ndiyo mota yatopiswa. Saka ndakazoona kuti mota yakatostripwa mamwe maparts, yabviswa mahwindo nemavhiri, then vavaipisa apedza izvozvo. Ndipo takazozwa kuti munhu ari kuwanikwa ane mavhiri aanonzi Magaya. Mushure mokunge anga azama kuda kuba imwe mota pakatiza vakamhanyisa pakasvika mumba kwavo vanhu ndipo vakaona mumba make mune matayi ndokubata takazodaidzwa polisi tinotarisa tichiona ndiwo matayi angu sendai mazani mamakiro ananaanaita nekuzotarisa dzimwe zamupatsi zvanga zvakabviswa pamota pangu zvazviri mumba make. Ndipo takazozati saka iye tafadza ndiyei munhu anga atora mota yangu apisa nefrendi yake anonzi Tawanda Tinani.
Ndakamuka kuma4 ndinzwa alamu yemota ichirira. Mota yanga kuratidza kuti yabiwa iritobuda pamba kutoenda kufish makizi mota ndinawo mumba. Saka ndanzwa alamu yemota ichirira. Chiedza kuda kutera kwanga iri mota vanhu vakandidzisa kuti usaende because vanogona vane mfuta kuba mota. Ndichiti geti bude panze kunotariswa kuti mota yafamba direction tunzwa mota ikutorera alamu. Takazosvika mota yadzima alamu yabviswa battery. Chinosvika padhuze nemota ndinosangana nemukomana anonzi Magaya. Mukomana uyu anova iye ndiye akabvisa battery remota inotaisa riri alamu anga iye atora mota kumba. Chinosvika paipai mukomana ndibva ndamubata kuda kuti akatize because ndomuziva ari munhu anogadzira mota ari futi mbavha. Chibva ndamubata ndasvika kumba vanhu vakanditi aiwa musiye, ndokubva ndamusiya. Ndamusiya kuma4 ikoko ndibva ndaenda kupolisi paRimuka. Ndisvika paRimuka ndichibva ndaripota nyaya yangu. Ndaripota nyaya yangu panzi nemapurisa epaRimuka munhu watosiya iye ndiye mbavha because munhu yedu kutomutsvaga.
Vehicle theft squad Harare continue to effect arrest of criminals in Harare. This past week, they apprehended a man for theft of a motor vehicle which was carrying some groceries. The arrest of these men led to the recovery of the stolen vehicle as well as the groceries. Let us find out more.
The brief circumstances are that on 18 November 2023, at around 2000 hours, the complainant is a businessman who is into buying and selling of groceries. So on the day in question, he had gone to make some orders of cooking oil in bulk. He bought 72 boxes of cooking oil. He then loaded the cooking oil into his motor vehicle, an Isuzu Como, silver in color, which was parked outside the supermarket, and the car keys were on the ignition port. After about 20 minutes, he came back to where he had parked his motor vehicle and he discovered that the motor vehicle had gone. This unknown accused person had taken advantage of the situation that the motor vehicle was left idling and the keys were on the ignition and drove it away. The complainant then made a report to the police. After the report was made to the police, the matter was referred to CID Vehicle Theft Squad for further investigations. The detectives went to the place of scene where they replayed the recordings of the CCTV. They consulted members of the public who assisted them in positively identifying the suspect using the CCTV footage. After the positive identification, the members of the public further led the detectives to where this suspect resides, resulting in his arrest. Upon being interviewed, the suspect admitted to have stolen the motor vehicle which contained the groceries. The suspect led the detectives to the recovery of the stolen motor vehicle which contained 48 boxes of the stolen cooking oil. The suspect further led the detectives to the recovery of 19 boxes of cooking oil which had been sold to unsuspecting members of the public. Only 5 boxes of cooking oil have not yet been recovered. We urge motorists to be very cautious when they are using their motor vehicles. Upon parking, they should lock the motor vehicles before they engage into some other business. Funds permitting, we encourage members of the public or the business community to use the modern technology like the CCTVs because this helps us a lot in our investigations.
Tinjini mafuta akabiwa 72 boxes. Tikabiwa ni moto yacho pazingisa 2. Tikazoenda kunisa report ku police. Nesa report awe mangwana acho. Hapana kutsva time moto yakaonekwa. Tikauzo police kauya kasunga munhu akanga aba moto yangu. Pandoda ngotenda mapurisa nebasa rakaita kuti mapurisa ayo muzobwa anoshanda. Nebasa guru rakabata. Izvo ndoda kutenda nazo. Kuridzira ndinoda kupawo kune vanofamba nedzimotikari. Kuti kana wasvika panzvimbo make sure kuti mota yako wadzima ukwidza mawindo ako. Kuti ivo vanoba vasaite easy. Kuti anongosvika aungoita giveaway akuti nyane mota.
From that story, we are now taking a short break. Please do not move an inch. Join us in the second segment. Welcome back. The Zimbabwe Republic Police is a disciplined organization whose members and officers are expected to exhibit the highest level of professionalism in the discharge of their duties. Indeed, any form of indiscipline will result in the concerned member or officer being taken before a disciplinary committee. In line with this, public prosecutors, trial officers and sergeant majors within the police recently underwent a training in Matabeleland South Province to enhance their competence in enforcing discipline in the police service.
We are here to train the trial officers, public prosecutors and sergeant majors. These are the enforcers of discipline within the police service. In fact, these are our courts. So this program targets chief superintendents as trial officers and all prosecutors of whatever rank and our sergeant majors. The program will be ongoing in all the provinces, but we started with Matabeleland South. This follows the directive of the Commissioner General of Police that was taken at our recently ended Senior Officers Conference of 2023. We trust that at the conclusion of this training throughout the country, our disciplinary trials will be conducted in a professional and proficient manner.
The workshop comes at the rightful time. We learned a lot. We promise to use what we learned in carrying out disciplinary trials and to enforce discipline.
The officer commanding Police Matabeleland South Province, Commissioner Ndofandaedza Jabun, also gave his remarks.
The holding of this workshop is testimony that the 2023 Senior Officers Conference was not just a talk show, because the resolutions are now being implemented. I feel relieved that you have all gone through the rigorous orientation on the most important aspects of how not only to conduct police trials, but also compile disciplinary dockets in a sound manner to ensure that all the relevant facts are gathered at the initial stages. Your excellent handling of police disciplinary issues will make you shining beacons in the discharge of your duties and send a chilling warning to be perpetrators of indiscipline.
A fortnight ago, the Minister of Transport and Infrastructural Development commissioned a road near Mvuma along the Harare Beit Bridge Mashingo Road. This past week, he also commissioned 2 other roads in Harare. Crime and Road Safety Watch was part of the delegation and covered this story. Honorable Mona was accompanied by Charles Tawengwa, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Harare Metropolitan Province, when he officially opened the completed 6-kilometer Chitungwiza Road Rehabilitation Project up to Manyame River Bridge, showing the commitment by government to road development.
The Second Republic, we say no one is left behind and no place is left behind. And I'm happy my councillors are able to showcase and be ambassadors as we go back to the community. This is what we are doing. But what is also exciting is the issue to do with road rehabilitation. And it showcases that whatever we've been doing, we are attending to stalled projects. And the contractor here promised us last time that we are going to move with speed. And indeed, she has done that. We are also coming into the community. But we've seen that over years we had neglected our roads, whether they are local authorities, other road authorities. But to say we cannot continue watching my roads deteriorate. Whether they are gravel roads, they must be graded, re-gravelled. This is the desire of the Second Republic.
The minister had the opportunity to tour the Skyline toll gate, which will soon be moved away from the urban conglomeration to the 36-kilometer peg along the Harare Mashingo Road. Honorable Felix Mona also spoke about other projects that are being undertaken by his ministry.
This is something that is commendable. When we were actually driving from Chitungwiza, where we started, we could see that trucks were just crossing each other and from one direction to the other, demonstrating the work ethic of the Second Republic. And we must applaud His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emerson Damzo Mnangagwa, our visionary leader who is championing this massive infrastructure development that we are witnessing. And I'm happy, we are empowered, we've got a listening leader who is saying, think outside the box, be innovative as a ministry. And precisely this is what we are going to be doing. And we've seen that massive infrastructure development along this stretch. Mbuzi interchange again, we had some stumbling blocks within the interchange, but now with clearance, the contractor is working so that by mid next year, we must be having state-of-the-art interchange. So we're also going to be connecting from interchange to Chitungwiza. We are also moving northwards towards Westgate, but via Willowville. We are also going to be having a mini interchange at Blawai Road, then direct into Kickman, Takunobata, Chinoi Road. And we are also going to be starting on Chirundu to the citizenry. This is good news. We are also going to be progressing towards Chirundu border post, not only the road, but we are also going to be enhancing the Chirundu border post to demonstrate that the Second Republic is here to deliver. And I'm happy that as we then start these projects, we are also going to be promoting the communities in terms of employment creation. Even the resources within the communities is enshrined in our Supreme Constitution, Chapter 13, Subsection 4, where communities are supposed to benefit from the resources within their communities. So we are saying this is the drive that we are running with as a ministry. And Chirundu border post will also mirror another border post at Forbes. As we speak, we've got serious congestion at Forbes. And I'm happy last week we were in Mozambique together with His Excellency, where he then mandated together with his counterpart, Comrade Nyusi, for me to sit with the Minister of Transport in Mozambique. So in the next 2 weeks, we'll be meeting to come up with a vibrant, robust infrastructure framework to rehabilitate Forbes border post.
Government has also moved on to construct a 790-meter link road and a bridge along Harare Drive in Horton Park area as progress continues. The Honorable Minister also toured this area. Joining the delegation on commissioning the roads was the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Harare Province.
Mushawese uchafara kuti minister neministry yavo maona veroad safety vese vari pano kuona kuti magadzirwa mugwagwa wevana veZimbabwe hauna kuti ava ndevekuk ndevekuL ndevekupi. Manzwa minister vachitaura kuti mugwagwa ndeweZimbabwe yese, vanobva Masvingo vanobva nekupi vachida kuenda kwaMutare Marondera vanogona kuzopfuura nekupi. So ngatibatsiranei imi macouncils navo tichengetedze mugwagwa yedu, tichikurudzira vanhu vedu kuti vange vachichengetedza mugwagwa yavo. We appreciate this. Tinofana kutenda zvinhu, ngatirege kugara tichishora chete.
It is now time for a break. Join us in the third and final segment. It is now the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. The Zimbabwe Republic Police does not operate in a vacuum or in isolation, but rather enjoys cordial relations with members of the public. This past week, Z24E07 Avondale in Harare got a shot in the arm after a timely donation of a vehicle by the station's Crime Liaison Committee.
It is with pride and honor that I stand before you here today as the chairlady of the Avondale Crime Liaison Committee to officially hand over to the Z24E07 Avondale our community patrol response vehicle. This event is a culmination of hard work, dedication, and unquestionable determination. Collectively, to strive towards our goal of a crime-free society by the Avondale community. Community policing is an effective partnership between the public and the police. And police used to quickly find resolutions and problems within communities and through initiatives to promote mutual trust and cooperation between the public and the police. At the same time, it helps to empower neighborhoods against crime through effective crime-fighting strategies. In this regard, as the Avondale community, we came to the realization that our area police needed our support as they protect the vulnerable, elderly, women, children, businesses, assets, customers, and the general public from the various scourges of crime. I'd like to thank the Avondale Crime Liaison Committee and community for believing in the leadership of our executive committee and to the business fraternity for trusting us to fulfill our obligation. On behalf of the ACLC, we declare our infinite resolve and support to ensure that we live in a crime-free society where there is no fear of crime, and we appreciate the professionalism and dedication of the Z24E ground officers as they bravely execute their duties.
The officer commanding Police Harare Province, Commissioner Wanda Tembo, received the donation on behalf of the Commissioner General of Police.
This vehicle is going to solve a lot of problems for us. There are so many crimes that are being committed. And as the Zimbabwe Public Police, we may not be having enough arsenal, enough ammunition, enough equipment or resources to ensure that we suppress the crime in our areas. But with the provision of such a very beautiful, very powerful car, I'm quite sure we are going to write a different story for Avondale. When people sit down and commit their resources for a particular cause, they will be expecting to see results. So we expect to see some reciprocal kind of behavior and performance in the district and administration. I want you to look after the vehicle very well. It must not be a vehicle that must be taken by anybody, but it must be a vehicle which is specifically meant to address specific issues in the station. Yes, we are all aware that the government gave us some vehicles just recently, but the addition of this motor vehicle to Avondale means we have capacitated the station more to ensure that the output becomes much, much bigger than it was. COC, we want to thank you for complimenting government efforts.
Kind gesture there from ZRP Avondale Crime Liaison Committee in Harare. You can also do the same. From that story, we now move on to people who are on the police wanted list. This week's wanted persons are from Manicaland province, where Mutare Rural is looking for Tafazwa Kanyanda of Ada Transawa, Village 6 Chief Mutasa in connection with a fraud case. Penalonga Police is looking for Tawanda Kondo of Ndorikanda Village Chief Mutasa in connection with a rape case. Lastly, Penalonga Police is also looking for Emmanuel Mutisi of Muchena Village Chief Mutasa in Mutasa for a robbery case. The ZRP is appealing for information which may lead to the arrest of Diana Nyanyaza, age 20, who was being sought in connection with a case of aggravated indecent assault for sexually abusing a male juvenile aged 9 in September 2023 in Chivu. The suspect's last known address is 1678 Westwood, Chivu. Should you have information that may help in locating any of these wanted people, please feel free to visit or contact any nearest police establishment. Should that fail, you can link with us on any of the following details. Our national complaints desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw. Link with us on our email feedback@zrp.gov.zw. You can also talk to us on our X, formerly Twitter handle @PleaseZimbabwe. Like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our Crime and Road Safety Watch episodes, do not hesitate, as you can watch all these episodes on our ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It really has been a pleasure having you along from the Crime and Road Safety Watch crew behind the scenes, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, and I, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. We do look forward to seeing you again next week, same time, same place. Until then, you take care.